Hi there, let's have a look at square root 235, which is down as an easy, and indeed it does seem to be a lot easier than most of them. So where shall we start? Well, the last two puzzles, looking for double vowels has been very useful, so let's start there. We have two double vowels in this puzzle, down in the bottom left and in the top left. As with the printed version, I mark the vowels with an asterisk and shade in the starting cells with these scribbles. So which words have got double vowels in? Well, we've got chaos with the A and the O, and emission with the I and the O. So these words have to use these two double vowels. So looking at those two words, chaos starts with a double consonant. And there are no starting cells for a consonant within two cells of these top left double vowels. So that can't be chaos. So chaos must use these two double vowels. And we've got two consonant starting cells next to it. We can't start in this one because we go C-H-A-O and then have nowhere to put the S. So we can be sure that chaos starts in that starting cell, goes C-H-A-O-S. So that's got us started. We've also now used this starting cell, the H, which must be the start of Hormic. Let's underline chaos, let's put it in. So the O of Hormic must be there, because it's the only adjacent vowel. So we've put HO in. Looking at the rest of the words, we've got two remaining words which start with a consonant and then have a vowel. We've got domino and game. And looking at the grid, seeing where we've got a starting cell that's a consonant followed by a vowel adjacent to it, we've got consonant vowel, and here we've got consonant vowel. And we've got a useful clue here that this one, the vowel, is also a starting letter. So that since there are no words that start with an O, domino can't go there, so it must be game. We must have G-A, which means the other one must be the D-O. We don't know that's an O yet. We've now only got one starting cell that's a consonant that hasn't been filled in, so that must be our remaining word that starts with a consonant, which is twister, so we can put that in. Let's underline these things. So we've got GA in, we've got D, and we've got twister. That just leaves us with one other starting cell, this one up here, which must be the start of the remaining word, which is emission. We've also got the A of atomic in from when we did game. We've got the E of emission. And then thinking about where emission might go, well, that's the word with the double vowel. And it also, of course, has the other vowel, which is the I. Well, if we put the I there, we're going to have trouble getting back to those double vowels. So this basically must be the I. It's either got an EMI or EMI, we don't know yet. Then it's going to go SSIO, and then the N in one of those. So basically, one of those is going to be an N, and one of those is going to be an M. We don't really know yet. So we can underline what we put in here. We've got that in. Okay, so next I'm going to look at atomic. We've got starting there. Now, how could it get? It's probably going to use this IC, I guess. Let's see how that works out and where it could go. Well, it could go ATOMIC, but we've then used that as a T and that as an M. How would that work with emission? EMISSION, but that's a T, so it can't. Atomic can't go round that way, so it must go somewhere else. So this must be the T, because I can't use that as a T. A-T-O, and then if I put an M there it uses IC. So atomic is now in. Let's look at hormic next. HORMIC would work, but it's used a lot of things when we've got an MIC up here. HORMIC. That looks good, doesn't it? Let's put that in. Hormic. And then twister. Well, we've got our starting T there. So the only way it can go is down. TWIS. TOR. It's weird it's spelled like that. I guess it's because they're all related to something, the words. So twister's in. Right, emission. We've now got an M in for emission. That's useful. EMISSIO. At the end could still be those, so we can't do that yet. But we've got game to do. GA has to be ME now. GAME. So that's the M. So the emission, the N isn't there. It must be there. So we've done games finished, emissions finished. And we've done. Amazing. That was pretty easy. And we've just got domino. I'm not underlined because that should have happened itself. DOMINO. That's good. And that was indeed quite an easy square roots. Didn't even have to use my app except to get there originally. I did look up how often the words would fit, which I'll show you now. So we can see that chaos, domino and emission all have a relatively small number of ways they can fit into the grid. And interestingly, yes, there is only one way that chaos can go in. Thanks for watching. Yes, so I did make a couple of silly guesses when I was doing it originally, but as I've shown you, it can all be done by logic.